Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with a hopefully quicker than last time poetry challenge update week 2 share for you guys. How's that for a title? I know it's week 3. I'm a little bit behind, but not behind on the poems, just behind on making the art for the poems, which is okay. I'm determined to finish the artwork though, so even if that runs into next month, I'm okay with it. But I thought I would do this really quickie recap of week 2, and then let you guys know that I will be doing a video tomorrow. No, X that out. I'm gonna add it to the end of this video, announcing the prizes for the challenge, because I don't want to make 2 videos. And that's what it is. So stay tuned to the end, or skip ahead, however you prefer, to see what the prizes for the challenge are. But let's jump into it. So for week 2, I did entirely jelly plate stuff because I just really enjoy using my jelly plate. And it's kind of been an interesting thing because it's been a really long time since I've just made art just for me, like sat down and just had a good old time for myself. And it's kind of taking me back to where I started on this art journey. I don't know if you guys have been present on a previous video / live. I don't remember where I talked about where I started, like before I got here. That's probably like a decade ago in YouTube time. I don't know what video it is, so don't ask me. Don't look for it. Basically, I started out getting into art journaling, and then gradually working my way towards junk journals, and that's how I ended up here in this space. And now as I'm going back to this, I'm just remembering how much I love to art journal and do mixed media type things. And so this has been a really fun challenge. Like, not only have I been getting in touch with the writer side that I've sort of let go for a couple of years, but now I'm getting back to like where I started here, and it's been really inspirational. I'm just having a lot of fun playing around. So for day 8, the prompt was witches. And I just made an envelope on the jelly plate. Look at this. It's so shiny. I don't know why this one side is shiny and this side isn't as shiny, but you can see like there's some gold paint there. This side got a little bit muddy, but I'm okay with that because it allowed me to work from it. But this envelope came out really neat. I really love the look of it. I love the gold paint. So I just hit this on the jelly plate, and then I went over this with just some embossing ink. That's what it's called, yeah. Versamark. I have like the distressed dauber, and I took the lid off and just dipped a paintbrush in there and painted out this tree, these bare trees, and then I don't know if the color is going to pick up. I used some of that embossing glaze from Distress as well and peel paint, so it's like a greenish color, but it kind of looks a little black on camera, but it's a little bit green. It's hard to tell, but it's a glaze, so it goes over the top of the color and the bottom color comes through. But I really love like the spooky look of these trees, just the texture of it. And then I went back and just drew in some stars to the sky. I used gel pen to write on here, which was misguided, but it worked. It got the job done. So for day 8, I did a bunch of haikus for witches, and I based the poem on one of my favorite all-time movies, The Witch. And here it is. Poetry voice, be prepared. This is for the witches who shed their skins by moonlight. Beautiful creatures enchanting the night. Darksome sirens calling might. Powerful and free. They sing to old gods, dancing wildly untethered, lost in ancient rites. Flames flickering high, a deep voice. Wouldst thou like to live deliciously? So I love how this one came out. Definitely one of my favorites from this challenge. Hands are super fidgety. That's ADHD. Maybe I move these off to the side so it doesn't steal focus. For day 9, the prompt was dreams. And I made another envelope. I hadn't intended to make back-to-back envelopes. I just pulled prints and then picked the ones that I liked the best for the prompts. So it ended up being back-to-back envelopes. And this one I got like super art journaling. I got this picture from that Polaroid book I showed you guys in my book haul. It says an empty street, an empty house, I am not there. And I just love how like surreal this looks. And it's got so many textures. I wish I could just like let you guys feel it. There's some embossing in there, some stamping. I punched out some circles and painted around that. This is what the envelope kind of looked like originally. I did some splatters in white on it. I didn't write the poem on this because there was no room, and the poem for day 9 was a little bit long, and I could have wrote it on the back, but I didn't want to. I actually really liked the picture that I chose for my Instagram post. So I just printed it out, and I stuck it together in a little booklet. So, the poem for day 9. If dreams were wishes and wishes were dreams, would the world still appear to glitter and gleam? Or would it be a darker place, dappled by moonbeams? Would my flights of fancy end up in screams? Or would I pull on a string and fall apart at the seams? Would my aspirations no longer be a foolish scheme? Would I no longer toil over accomplishments to the extreme? Would I break away from the pressures of life's themes? If dreams were wishes and wishes were dreams. There's no second takes in this, guys, so if the read is awful, it's awful. We're just accepting that. But yeah. Oh, and I lined the inside with the paper that I had been rolling paint off onto, which actually came out kind of nice. It kind of matches. Stuff is always falling when I'm filming. But that was day 9. And for day 10, I made a little tiny zine, like booklet. So I took a big print size, like pull from the deli plate, and then folded it into a zine and gave it some covers. And then I drew a little face on the cover because the prompt for day 10 was nightmares. And I love the color of this one. And the print inside I really love, so I didn't want to do too much to it. So I just wrote the poem on a different little paper and tore out the sections, and then just added in some like black Inktense pencil. This is Payne's Gray, but it's the right pencil brand. Focus. Inktense. I used that to get the black shadows around the things. And then there's actually like a digi printed on the other side of this that I used. So as I got it wet, like some of the color started to bleed through. So it gives it this cool, like creepy reddish color that I like. So for day 10, here's the poem. I don't know how to enter these better. Nightmares. Darling, there's a me-shaped dent in the sheets of your bed. Traces of me, like a perfume of dread. Darling, my voice an echo up and down the halls. Pray for a peaceful sleep. I'll never let you fall. Darling, a shrill laugh cuts through the night. Scratches across your face. You never could win a fight. Darling, chills creep and shiver all down your spine. I am not the one you just leave behind. Darling, like a presence I remain, from the closet a murmur, endless toss and ceaseless turn, my grip on you ever firmer. Darling, a shadow, a memory, blacker than black, a predator's grin, a panic attack. Darling, turn the lights out and come to bed. I am the thing that lives inside your head. And that's it. That's Rodin's The Thinker. I cut that out of another photo book, because I didn't think of anything else that would be interesting for that collage in the back. But I love how this came out. This little tiny book is giving me life, and I want to make more like jelly plate zine booklets to put in journals, because it's got like a little chipboard cover. It's pretty sturdy, so that was fun. Day 11, the prompt was warmth, and this one I got really carried away, but I had a lot of fun because this girl just seemed to look like she was having a lot of fun. This came out of like a National Geographic photo booklet, and it said that she was like in Brazil at a festival having like a good old dance off, and I don't know, she just looked like the right person for this. So I made it into like a pocket, so I'm going to glue it down in the journal that I make eventually to put all this stuff in, and then it's like a pocket with a little tuck spot up here, because I couldn't keep making envelopes, obviously. So, warmth. Our body heat, a mug of tea, the summer swelter, a chicken wing, the oven baking, a spicy pepper, a heated pool, the flush of desire, the desert at noon, nothing holds a candle to the warmth of you. That's it. It's just book page. And then day 12 was ice. So I made a little pocket tag. And there's some index cards in here that are left over from my last session. I think I used these on the Pick a Song. I used this pole, I guess, on Pick a Song. These were just the leftover pieces from the jelly plate that I didn't stick on that piece. And then I just turned them into little tiny journaling cards that I think fit the theme for my poem. So this one says, shh, no one cares. And this one says, one of us is right, and the other one is you. And I think that's appropriate. So in my poem, the theme was about a girl who's made of ice. So I wanted to, like, put her heart in ice. And tried to, like, do that with all sorts of, like, embossing powders. So there's, like, clear and the distress glaze on top of the jelly print. And then I put her heart in here, and it's, like, frozen over. It's kind of silly, but I love it. I just think it's fun, and it's, like, fun texturally, too. So, oh yeah, for day 12 I did a limerick, which I love limericks, and now it's tempting to do the rest of my poems as limericks, but we're not going to do that, because that's unfortunate. It's painful, it's punishment. So for ice, there once was a girl made of ice, with a face and a figure that was nice. As I drew ever more near, her voice hissed in my ear, I think you should probably think twice. And there's that one. And then day 13 was your favorite color. And I chose green, but I also chose to make this like an ode to Fiddler's green, which is a character from Sandman. And the new show is coming out on Netflix. I'm just really excited. I reread the series recently, and I love Fiddler's green. He's one of my top favorite characters in the series. So I wanted to write something that combined my favorite color and one of my favorite characters together, and got a little nerdy. And this was another jelly plate print pull that I used just Distress Oxides on, and they gave the paper like a really interesting feel. Like it feels like I gessoed it, but I didn't gesso it. I actually painted these or stenciled these on with gesso afterwards, but like no, it has a really interesting texture. And then I just got like all my embossing powders out for this exercise clearly, and had a little fun putting the leaves around it. And then I wrote in cursive because I wanted to punish myself, I guess. So here is day 13. There's a faraway place that's unseen, a place of which all sailors dream, with water so fresh that it gleams, and air that is crisp and clean. The sweetest music they play, the dancers leap all the day. Just one look around and your sorrow's away. The moment you come, forever you'll stay. So taste of the endless wine and cuisine, surrounded by meadows so bright and pristine. Never there ever a more perfect a scene, our beautiful, wonderful Fiddler's green. Blah, blah, blah. I should have done like some vocal warm-ups before I did this. I was not prepared, so sorry. But this one will be easier because it's just an acrostic poem that I tried to make into a workable sentence. It's just a little like coin envelope bill. It's actually smaller than a dollar bill. Just a little envelope that I was workshopping for my next shop update. TBD or TBA, I guess at this point, because I'm done with the digital stuff. And I just painted over the top of it to use it up because I didn't want to just have a random envelope floating around. And then I just added some watercolor and gold on top of what I had painted and some stamping, and then I cut these little girls. They were really cute, really sweet, out of a little photo book. So the prompt for day 14 was gratitude, and my poem is gratefully reality and time interceded to unite desires evermore. And that's kind of how I feel about gratitude. Gratitude was actually a really hard one for me to write about. Not that I'm not grateful for things, but I don't know, expressing it was kind of hard. But I felt like this kind of got my feelings across, even though it's a really simple poem. But that was it, you guys. What was your favorite from this batch of poems? Have you tried making some of your poems into art if you're playing along? And if you haven't, what's stopping you? Also, I guess probably because I'm having such a great time doing these, and I'm gonna finish the month's poems in art and then put them together in a book. Do you guys want to see the process of putting the book together? That might be something interesting to share, as well as maybe I could do some tutorials on art journal pages. They're not my most popular, but I know that they're probably the most requested. which is okay. Like, I'm not in here for the clout, obviously, because I don't edit my videos like a clout chasing person would, I guess. I don't really care. I just want to share what I make with you guys and meet you guys and talk to you guys and have a community and, I don't know, meet cool people. But that's what we're here for. Anyways, I just forgot that I was supposed to add the prize portion to this, so I was trying to wrap this up, and I'm not actually done. So for the prizes, if you are a lucky winner, there's going to be a couple of them, starting with these books. I have these books. I love these books. I wanted to share these books. I got extras. They just have some really interesting, like, journaling techniques, some really fun things, some basics, like stuff that would help you. This one has the CD with it still. I don't know about that. I've never watched it. I've just literally gone through the pages. But this one is also an art journaling workshop. It kind of gives you a good idea of where to start. And if you guys saw my book haul a while ago, because it's been a while, I never do anything quickly, I got a bunch of art journaling books, and I've just been kind of going through them and reconnecting with what inspired me to get into this media anyways. But yeah, these are just really fun books, and they're super informative. And then this one is actually pretty neat, because it shows you how to apply mixed media to, like, make other things, like clothes and jewelry and decorations and goofy shit stuff. I didn't say shit on YouTube, but I did. This bag is actually pretty cool. This one I do not have a double of. I just never made any of these things, and I don't think that I will, so I'm going to pass this along to somebody else who is probably more inclined to at least try. But I think it's a really cool book. It's got lots of interesting techniques and stuff. I just never used it, so I didn't want to leave it in my collection, and I think it's a fun prize to give away. This was going to be the prizes I gave away for my 2,500 subscribers, but now that it's part of this challenge, this is a prize. I'm also going to do like a $25 gift card, and I haven't like determined, I may do like a single signature softcover book, maybe. Convince me. I won't be able to do it until January at the earliest. So if you win that prize, or if you guys want that prize, yeah, you'll have to wait for it. So if you're okay with that, let me know. And I'll add it into the prize rotation. And again, I am really enjoying this challenge. I think it's really fun. I've seen so many really great poems, and just like a really interesting little micro community has sort of popped up here, where people are being really encouraging and sharing, you know, like all the positive vibes with everybody who's like participating, and I just really love seeing that. It's kind of inspired me to do more things like this going into the next year. Hopefully I will be able to dedicate more time to putting content on this channel and doing stuff like that. I don't know about doing like a year-long challenge, but I might do a couple more challenges next year to stay actively engaged, and also to keep this little micro community that sort of popped up of people who are trying this challenge and giving it their best shot and being super positive. I really am enjoying it. I'm enjoying seeing what everyone's coming up with. It's giving me a really interesting perspective on people, so I'm loving that. You know, you get to look a little bit into people's heads and see where they're coming from. So it's just a really fun challenge, and I'm looking forward to seeing the end of it. There's only, 9 days left until the end of the challenge, which is just mind-blowing. I don't know what else to say, you guys. It's been really fun, and I'm just really really impressed with what I've seen so far. I'm impressed with myself, to not so humbly brag a little bit, because I didn't think I would be able to finish this, and I now feel that we're like more than halfway done. I'm super confident in my ability to finish this, less confident in my ability to finish all the art on time, but I'm not going to give up on that, because if I finish the challenge, I might as well finish the art. And then I do think I probably will just film the process of putting this book together, because I think some of you guys are going to have questions on how to put the full pages into a book without bisecting them. And I think it'll be an interesting thing to share. And now that this video is almost 20 minutes long for something that was going to be super quick, I'm gonna go now. It's really been a pleasure, you guys. I will talk to you all in the next one. Stay tuned. There's gonna be some more fun stuff coming up. I'm definitely gonna do that shop update soon. I decided to do just a digital update first, even though I said I was gonna try to do digital and physical at the same time. It was stressing me out. So we're not gonna do things that stress us out. So I'm gonna do a digital update first, and then do my physical update probably in the next month. Because I want to put stuff up in the shop before Christmas, but don't quote me on that. Because I want to deliver quality at the same time too. And mass making books is a new experience when it comes to things that are still detailed for me. And now I've crossed 20 minutes, and I'm going to stop talking now because that's it. I appreciate your faces. If you made it this far, I really appreciate your face. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Until next time, bye!